How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Spencer, and welcome back to Advice, the show without a name. Studying is not fun. I'm a real Captain Obvious today, aren't I? Nobody likes studying because it's that rock in the road. You just gotta move before your degree. I don't know how much else studying you have to do beyond that, simply because I'm not there yet. I have a hard time studying. I don't really go anywhere like the library to focus because I'd rather be somewhere more comfortable. I'm also not great with handwriting, so my notes are like chicken scratch sometimes, and it's kind of hard to read. But hey, I've gotten by this far, right? I've never really had to study. My brain is always in motion, so I'm able to listen, to remember information. Sometimes I mess it up, but I've never really had a 9 to 5 grind montage. All those stupid tricks like chewing gum to retain information are just kind of stupid. People needed something to blog about in the early 2010s, so kids wasted a whole lot of time just to be stuck in the same spot. There's also a whole lot of distractions. We're glued to technology. How do you think you're listening to me right now? Just wait, and an older professor will say the exact same thing time and time again. Why study when I can endlessly scroll through videos? It's hard, and when you're in that position, mental fortitude is all you have standing between studying or not. The easiest way to prepare for tests is to just show up to class and pay attention. So many college students go to class every day, but they're on their MacBook Airs watching soccer highlights and haven't learned a single thing. They're just there for the attendance grade because the teacher told them if they don't show up to class, they won't pass. Close the laptop and really take paper notes. The professor may speed through all the material, but they'll focus on the big stuff. Nobody's going to ask you about what was bullet point 3 on slide 6 of chapter 1, because all the exams are 3, 4, or maybe even 5 chapters. There's too much to cover, so they focus on the big stuff. Most college professors aren't this ugly, scary mess the media portrays them to be. They're real people who just have to do their job. As someone who legitimately thought about being a teacher in high school, I respect all teachers with what they have to deal with. And when they're just people, they're gonna hand out the study guides. Fellas, these things don't trick you. They're telling you everything you need to know before the test even starts. Work your way through the study guide. Sometimes they may even bold the most important stuff. They're giving you the keys to a Ferrari. It's up to you to park it. They'll even allow scratches. That's called an 82. Another really cool thing about college is that for the harder classes, an SI is usually available. The SI is a student instructor, someone who had to deal with the pain of the course before and knows the ins and outs of what the teacher likes to see. If this is offered, please go. I went to my accounting SI session every single week because I just couldn't do accounting. The dude was super chill and explained how to do the problems the right way because our professor was a stick in the mud. He designed his own way to do these problems, and they were much harder than what the textbook designed them to be. I wouldn't have passed that class without him. So for him, I'm eternally grateful. Studying isn't this scary thing you may think it to be. You don't need to spend hours on end staring at a notebook if you know some of the material. When you finish most exams, you can just kind of forget about the previous material. Nobody's going to be testing you on that stuff unless it's something like a math class. Even then, it's a coin toss. Most teachers say spend an hour outside of class for some arbitrary number of in-class time. You don't really need to do that. Just look at your notes once in a while throughout the semester. So when you go to study, you realize you know more than you think you do. And that's where I'm going to call for today. How do you study? Does it come easier to you? And do you use every available resource presented to you? If you feel like I left anything out, please put it below. I'd love to talk about it. And if you want your questions answered, please email me at koboldtuxadvice@gmail.com for a nameless read. Thank you so much for watching. Go read a book, and I'll see you next time.